Well, you get me again. This guy again. We have to listen to him drone on about subatomic particles and a distance between two objects. No, I think you'll find that I am not that predictable. I found the distance between 3 locations and all on the surface of the planet Earth, which is spherical. A comment sure to ostracize at least half of our listeners, leaving us with 4.5 listeners. It was somewhat likely that the hosts of this show would find each other, all growing up in and around Sandy, Oregon, United States of America. But would it surprise you to find that our guest hosts, yes, plural hosts, because we are just that successful, would have found one another from across the pond as camp counselors in Loch Sheldrake, New York, United States? And more surprising still, in order to find a central location from our origins, we 3 original hosts and the intrepid Moy from Huntsville, Alabama, and debonair Mike from a number of English locations, most notably, and most fun to say, Leighton Buzzard, United Kingdom, would have needed to travel to the remote destination of Chesterville Wildlife Management Area of Chesterville, Maine, United States, to be able to record this novel episode of 5, count 'em, 5 hosts. Luckily, we have the internet, and that would be a strange task, considering none of us live in our respective original locations. Waste of time? Maybe, but that's our brand. My name's Jake.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Matt.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Moy.
And this is Qualified Nonsense.
Dude, this is going to be a nightmare to edit.
Yeah, a little behind the scenes. I stumbled through that entire thing. Well,
That's an
okay.
average Jake take.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No,
Welcome
welcome.
to our guests. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, no, absolutely. We've got a very exciting episode having 2 new co-hosts. The great Mike and Moy, dear friends of mine from way, way back. Hard cut. Let's see. I met Moy back in Louisville in 2008, and Mike subsequently thereafter, and they have been a couple since I've met both of them, and we lived in New York, very close to each other, and we've spent just heaps and heaps of really wonderful times together. And then this exact crew met on the top of Mount Hood for my wedding with my partner in 2014. So anyway, they're fantastic, and they have a lot of great life experiences that we're going to dig into. But please, Mike and Moy, introduce yourselves. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Thanks
Great
for having
intro, Jake. Really nailed that. That was great. Yeah, kick us off, love.
Oh, yeah. So we're Mike and Moy, as Jake said. We are both filmmakers who live in Astoria, Queens in New York. We have our production company called Evening Squire Productions.
Mm-hmm.
We have just wrapped on our second feature, our first feature called And Through the Portal We Go, which you can follow at And Through the Portal We Go on all socials. Should be coming out on streaming soon. So follow
that's exciting.
For some updates. But also happy to chat through about our most recent feature that we just wrapped on like 2 weeks ago that we shot in Huntsville, Alabama. It's called Turns Out It's the Apocalypse We Think. And that you can find that at Turns Out Movie on all social platforms as well. So happily would love to talk about all those things.
Yeah.
That most recent film is written by and stars the amazing Natalie Lynch and Tara Jane, who are amazing filmmaker friends that we met along the film festival circuit over the years.
Nice.
And yeah, we're really happy to help them bring that script to life, and are now deep in post-production on that. So
Nice. What were your respective roles in that filmmaking? Well, first of all, congratulations on wrapping. That's huge and really exciting. And I'm going to ask more questions about that later. But what were your respective roles in the making of that?
I was the director of that film.
And he is also going to be the editor.
Ooh.
Don't forget.
Because I am cheap.
And I was the producer.
Excellent. And then Evening Squire was like a. Were you a producer as Evening Squire, or were you an independent producer as Allison Hayhurst?
Kind of both.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the four of us. So yeah, the two of us are Evening Squire. The two of them are
Natalie and Tara.
Natalie and Tara are Sneaky Pineapple. So our two entities,
with our powers combined,
Nice.
kind of
made a new
Cross
LLC.
collaboration.
And
Nice.
Get that LLC, get that paperwork.
Heck yeah.
That fun stuff taken care of.
Yeah.
So no, I mean the four of us were kind of producers, in the run up to things, and then once we kind of got on location, you really took on the producing side of stuff. I took the directing lens.
And Natalie and Tara, very much the actor writer mantle.
Yeah.
So in
Nice.
your productions, how many days do you have shooting? Like for your first film and then your second film, how many days do you have to complete a role?
So our first one, and Through the Portal We Go, it was the first feature we ever made, and kind of we felt ready to kind of take that big next step, that kind of big leap, and we got 9 shoot days to do the whole thing.
Nice.
But super small. Cast and crew, 9 people, 9 days, 1 location. We improvised a bunch of dialogue. We kind of devised a bunch of stuff around that. And it really was just it felt a bit like film camp in a lot of ways. We just put together a small group of people that we wanted to work with. Went upstate New York,
Took them into the woods
took them into
and
the
made
woods,
a movie.
quite literally.
That's
Based on
awesome.
Catskills, and just kind of made a film. This one turns out it's the apocalypse I'm gonna say it's simultaneously a bit bigger and also a lot bigger, a much higher budget. I think our crew maxed out around 25 for a couple of days. We got 12 days on this one. We're also, in a location where none of us are local to. So
We were shooting in my hometown that you mentioned, Jake, in Huntsville, Alabama.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. Got to spend a month with all of my family, which was so nice.
Nice.
And also take all of the props for the film out of their house.
Yes. Yep.
We were calling, my family, Moy is my maiden name. We were calling my parents' house the Moy Prop Shop for a while.
Nice. That's so offline. We've talked about this a few times, but that is so ambitious. Like thinking of that schedule, thinking about the scale of that schedule and the number of moving parts. And I know, I feel like I read about like Hollywood budget style situations, and like that seems mind-boggling, but they have also got like just heaps and heaps and heaps of money. So to do what you all did, and I got the chance to look at a couple of the behind the scenes photos that Moy you took, and I'm so impressed. I'm tickled that you guys made it happen, and it just looks awesome. And I can't wait for you to get that edit done there, Mike.
Yeah, Mike. Come on. It's been like
Wow.
Wow, you guys. I need a new laptop. I need to buy a new laptop.
You did first rounds yesterday, Mike. God.
come on, man.
Wait,
All right,
have you?
for the listeners
ahead.
that don't know, is this what you guys do full time? I guess I don't know. Is this you? You're
Yes.
all in on your production company.
Yeah, so we founded Evening Squire, I think in like December 2015, officially is when that kind of, went official. Officially went official. That makes
You'll be
sense.
talking to the tax man.
Yeah, that's when they started charging me money for something or other. But yeah, this has been my kind of full thing for at least that long. Kind of combining the freelance thing with the stuff that we're kind of independently producing.
Yeah, and I have a lot of experience in sort of the more corporate side of the world. Worked a lot in advertising tech with lots of my friends, and worked in sort of the operations post sales world for a while. So like the producing side of things is like making the spreadsheets, dealing with all the documents, making sure people are eating. Sort of very much aligns with a lot of that work that I was doing in that corporate world. But I have, for the past year, been focused primarily on the production company.
And with a production company your size and what you guys are doing, what is your kind of ETA on completion of your second one, for example? And how long did your first one take to get to market?
First one we shot towards the end of 2022. We had our world premiere 2 years after that, and then we've spent the last kind of 12, 18 months on the film festival circuit. So, it will be, I think, out and available within 3 years of having shot it. I mean, obviously there was kind of 8 months, 9 months worth of writing and prep and all that stuff in the run up to that. I mean, we'll end up having lived with that thing for 4 years, I guess, before it kind of goes out, kind of worldwide, before it goes on the internet, which is
the internet, the World Wide Web. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, it's in the name. That's what that stands for. So this one, we want to be kind of fully finished with it by the end of this year. And then hopefully 27 will be the festival thing, and we'll be, generating that interest, getting interest from distributors, and
building that audience.
And all that kind of stuff. So then, depending on how that plays out, available to the public kind of 28. Is that right? That feels like such a large number.
I know, that does seem like
The years feel fake to me now anyway. I had a credit card that the expiration date's 2030, and I was like, that's not real.
Yeah, that's not
That's a play card.
This will never expire ever.
So how do you stay, I guess, motivated to talk about and shop around a project that you've finished, maybe years ago, and you're already working on the next thing? Like, what does that kind of feel like? Do you feel like, oh, I'm kind of done with that, or I've already moved on and I have to feign enthusiasm, or do you have legitimate enthusiasm?
That's a great
for
question.
That is a great question. Woof. You.
No, yeah. I mean, I think that we don't make projects we aren't passionate about, and so that we wouldn't want to talk about for years and years and years.
Nice.
And so I think when it comes to, I think there's a bit of juggling of balls when it comes to, remembering when we shot Portal in 2022, and just the age of my brain trying to remember all the fun anecdotes about the shooting, and especially because it was so heavily improvised, and our three actors were phenomenal. Sarah Gurka, Taylor Dalton Curtis, and Joseph Limas are just phenomenal in the film. And so I think it's also because we have sat with the edit and seen the film so many times. It's also easy to talk about because we have watched it so many times. Which I tracked every time in my letterbox, though, because I wanted to know how many times I sat through the full film. But no, I don't think it's anything that we need to feign or sort of rally up within ourselves to be able to promote it, because I think it's stuff that we love and enjoy, and we're excited to share with other people and hope they also love and enjoy.
Yeah, and knowing how long this stuff takes to make and finish and then get out there and all that kind of stuff, I'm not going to say yes to it if I don't want to live with it for that long. Like you say, we have been passionate about everything we've made. And some of them are kind of drifting into the back of the brain at this point. There's some shorts that I know I've made them. I couldn't tell you all the details and nuance about, each part of that process. But for these features in particular, I've lived it. I've remembered it. It's still kind of with us.
So when you're screening at the festivals, you are watching it the whole time. You're not like, I'm just gonna sneak out to the bar and then come back or whatever.
It depends. I think there's some where Mike will sit in.
You don't have to out yourself right now.
There were times where you'd wait for the first laugh in Portal. And then you'd be like, okay, they get it. Okay, I can go.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
It's a very subtle, very kind of off-kilter kind of comedic drama. There's some sci-fi elements in there. It's a weird little film.
It's about the final three members of a cult who get stuck in a time loop whilst trying to transcend through a glowing portal in the woods. And so it's fueled by passive aggression and sarcasm.
Yes. It's very subtle in its performance, despite the kind of fantastical world that we put these characters in. And so that one, look, it's a time loop. It's the same day over and over and over again. I edited the thing over and over and over again. I've seen these things 1,000 times at this point. So I love it. I love it. I don't need to watch all 82 minutes of it every single time it screens somewhere. I don't at this point. So like Moy was saying, once I get that first laugh, okay, great, audience is in it, cool.
And especially at a film festival, then we can like normally duck out and go see some other films or shorts,
Yeah.
and then like
Oh,
come back.
sure,
to
'cause they've got multiple
Q&A, all that kind of stuff. And then every now and again, you know, if it's been kind of 6 months, 8 months since I've seen the whole thing, I'll find myself like, oh, actually, no, I do kind of like this again. And I'll sit through the
Yeah, I
whole
feel
thing.
like it's like said different things to me at different points in my life, and I was like,
I'm sure, yeah.
I hate it, and it's still like,
Also,
oh yeah.
So we met doing live theater, more of the live theater-y side of the business, as an actor and director and producer, the two of you occupying those various roles. How similar is it in those screenings to when you directed a live performance? You'd sort of, because I remember like talking to directors who would do that same thing, like wait to see like initial reaction, be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine, it's fine. But do you find similarities there between old live performances that you would direct versus these film projects?
I think there's it depends on the show that you're doing and the length of the run and stuff like that. And I think that comes a point where, you know, for a lot of shows, like, okay, well, the show is locked now, it's open, and you may kind of duck in and just kind of make sure everyone's okay and things that you know do right. And like, but when is it appropriate to give actors notes during a run? When is it not? When it's like it's not mine anymore. Like, it's open. You are out there. You've been doing it every night. You can feel the audience, and you can kind of, you know, you may have kind of adjusted things slightly based on audience responses and all that kind of stuff. And so for that, it's a slightly, it feels slightly different. I mean,
similar in the way that it's like out of your hands, but like different in the way that like it can't adapt because it's on film and it is what it is.
Right, it's stuck.
Yeah, they're gonna remember their lines every time. I mean, it's done. It's finished. It's
Oh, okay. So having been an editor, then have you been on the sort of circuit, and then partway through being like, you know, I should have probably used that other scene that we shot? Have you ever had that moment?
No.
Great. That's great, because that stresses me out just thinking about it.
But should I have had that feeling? Is the question.
Oh, interesting.
No, it's the editing side of it is a funny thing. I think it creates a weird sense of intimacy between you and an actor. Which I know, like, the director-actor relationship is a very special thing and a very specific thing as well. But the editor thing, and I can't remember who it was. I was talking to one of our actors just socially. We were just grabbing coffee, like, after the fact. And they said something and kind of made this facial expression. It's like, I know when you make that facial expression, this is how you feel. Because I've been looking at that in close-up on a monitor for the last...
scrubbing it, like, for ages.
Like, something's going on. You are welcome to tell me if you want to. I know something's happening. It's like, how did you... Like, you're reading my mind. How did that...
But also there came a point, especially in Through the Portal We Go edit, where I was like, one, Mike, you need to get outside. Like, let's go get some fresh air. Yeah. But also it was like, he's like, yeah, I just saw Taylor and Sarah and Joseph the other day. I was like, no, you didn't, babe. You've just been looking at their face for days on end. Like, we haven't seen them in 2 months.
No, you're just unwell.
Does it like get all the way into your dream scenarios as well? Like, do you find yourself having night terrors or?
So on set for this one, we had 12 days of shooting. We were in your parents' house.
For Turns Out. Yeah.
For Turns Out, it's the apocalypse. And I definitely have those kind of work dreams and the stress dreams. Like, I'm on set. Something's happening, but not quite the way it should. And it feels like I do a full day's work, and then the alarm goes off at 5 a.m. and I have to go on set for 13 hours. And I thought I just did a day of work. Now I need to.
That's fun.
It does. It gets into your brain in the weirdest ways.
Yeah, I feel like mine revert to like theater dreams though, where it's like you're on stage and you don't know your words. And so it's like, and go. So you're like, okay.
I still have those periodically, Moy, and they're just
we all did theater. I think, Brandon, you have a reoccurring dream about that, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta tell us now.
Oh no, it's just always I get called well, it's one of two things. I either get called in to replace somebody at the last minute, and I
Brandon,
don't know
we're all out of
the
options. We
lines or
need
the
you.
roles or anything. And then the other one is I procrastinated learning my lines for so long, and I don't know them when it's showtime. So,
Which Brandon's a huge introvert, so it's all the things of like they're all gonna laugh at me, kind of.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, if we
we've
ever
been-
do a series on dream interpretation, happy to talk through. Like, I love interpreting
You
dreams.
do love a bit of that.
That's exciting. Wait, you also have magical cards.
Oh, do you do tarot?
I do more
What is
like
it called?
I have what is it called when it's not the tarot deck?
It's like an animal deck. isn't
I
it?
have my animal spirit deck, which I love
Oh,
very
you play Pokemon?
Happy anniversary.
Also, yeah, happy anniversary,
Yeah.
Pokemon. Happy 30 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, is it? Oh, wow. Well,
That was. Oh, and
Gotta
happy
catch 'em all.
Mario Day.
Oh, and happy Mario Day that
Yeah, we're recording this on Mario Day.
oh yeah.
Wait, what? What's
you know
Mario
all the
Day?
things.
Mar 10, so March 10th, MAR 10,
Wow.
looks like Mario.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I mean, somebody told me.
Listen, we're looking for the things we can celebrate these days. So
Yeah. That's real talk right there. All right, we've been having fun for about 22 minutes. Should we
We
stop
could keep
being
going,
friendly
but
and
I think
get
maybe
into
we
some-
should let's pick their brains on what Reddit has to offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, Brandon.
All right, we'll be right back. And welcome back. Feel free to drop us a line at qualifiednonsense@gmail.com or connect with us on our socials or find us over on our newly minted Discord server. If you or someone you know would make a great guest on a future episode of Qualified Nonsense like Mike and Moy, please let us know. Now's the time on the show where we take on Reddit's most pressing queries by finding the top trending questions and answering them here. I did randomize these, so first one up is from the Too Afraid to Ask subreddit, username Benedict Clive X. They ask, how do you taste the difference between good coffee and bad coffee?
Oh. Well, Mike, Moy, do you guys want to take
Great coffee drinkers?
I'm gonna have to be very upfront. I'm very much in my matcha era right now, so I could talk about green tea and my new kettle a lot, but I think coffee I'd have to give over to Mike.
Full disclosure, trusting the Englishman with opinions about coffee. Look, it's a bold move, guys.
We're born and raised tea people.
You know what? That's a really
Off to a
good
great
point.
start.
Shit.
I'll talk about tea browse, but no, I did get into coffee a lot more, and I think partly because of you, Jake. I mean, the kind of Pacific Northwest Stumptown,
Mm-hmm. Sometime.
that kind of thing, and yeah, like I got into my AeroPress, I got into my,
Oh, that's right. You had that. That was really good.
and all that kind of stuff, and I think you can tell it. You can tell it.
And in Astoria, we live near Mighty Oak Roasters, and they do like wood fire roasted coffee.
Nice.
So like you're walking around today, and the whole neighborhood smelled amazing.
Yeah, like roasting coffee beans.
But then I would say it's the acidity level. That's how you can tell.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think acidity. I think the more you try, there's different notes in there. There's like a little more kind of.
I also find like there's. I agree with you, and I also find that there's like there's some coffee, and maybe it has to do with like how long it's sat on the shelf, but there's like a mustiness to a lot of coffee brands, even like some locals that we've tried, that it doesn't have to do so much, at least from what I know about the roasting process. It doesn't have to do so much with the roast itself, but there's like a must that comes, because I drink black coffee, and so that's actually that's where I can really tell a difference. Like, oh man, having drank schmancy coffee for a long time, I had Folgers it was like a couple years ago, and that was painful. It was so bad. And like, I know that's like snooty and whatever, but oh God, it was bad. It was like I wouldn't even bother. I wouldn't even put that in the compost,
So can you articulate the difference between like what you liked about Folgers or what you didn't like about Folgers versus the other coffee?
I think it has
like give us a sommelier, like, oh, this had fresh tennis balls, like
right, tennis ball. Yeah. I honestly, I think it has a lot to do with it smell. Like the smell is a good indicator. If it's got like a
Rich aroma.
Yeah, rich aroma, but like for things that are, and I'm guessing it does have to do with it being on the shelf for a long time, or maybe like an excess of gas when roasting, but like it just has like almost it's not quite fungal, but it's like just sort of musty, for what I find in cheaper coffees, and with sort of like more bespokey coffee roasteries, whatever. The roast can change the flavor so much, and it goes back to what you were, Mike and Moy, you were saying about the acidity. Like I think the less roasted it is, the more acidity.
This is also right? A great question, because there's the theme in our most recent feature film that we just shot. Turns out it's the apocalypse. We think there's a whole through line of coffee in the film.
Oh, nice.
They're like living off of prepper stash for a while, so instant coffee. Mm-hmm. And they eventually get back into, it's about two best friends who are sort of trying to figure out if surviving the end of the world or surviving each other is harder. And it's very, very funny. But then, yeah, they're living off of prepper coffee. And then eventually they get back to the house. They find out there's a generator. They potentially get the generator working. And it's like, finally, we get to like actually brew a fresh like pot of coffee. And it's just this like, moment.
Yeah.
So that's how you know when the angels sing from the heavens versus it makes you sad is probably.
That's a good.
There is definitely like that absence makes the heart grow fond or appreciative, I guess, of it more. Like when we'll go away to an Airbnb or whatever for a week, we'll have whatever coffee they leave behind or the little pods that they have, and they're just never like good.
They like do the trick, but they
and I'm admittedly the guy that's like, I don't know, when we do our grocery run every week, it's like, do you want French vanilla or caramel this week? And I was like, it doesn't really matter as long as I don't taste the coffee. Like I have kind of gotten into that phase of it. But over Christmas, my parents got me, and they listen to this, so don't take offense to this, Mom. They got me, it's from New England's coffee roaster, but they're all roasted in like different barrels of whiskey or rum or tequila.
Oh, interesting.
And there were big bags too. And I was like, oh, kind of kitschy coffee, neat. But we ground it up, we put it in there. And that's the first time I've drank like straight black coffee in a long time. And it is kind of cool to taste like the curious notes that come of it. So even though it has adjuncts in it, it was still nice to just drink black.
Brandon, do you drink coffee?
Yeah. I'm the same as you. I just drink black coffee. But I just make it in a Mr. Coffee. I don't do anything fancy with it. I can tell the difference between like quality of coffee, but I kind of feel like, like what they say about pizza and sex, like there's no such thing as a bad version of either. And I kind of feel that way about coffee, that, like there's coffee I, prefer, and then, but like, I don't know, give me the gas station coffee, give me McDonald's coffee, whatever. Like it does, any port in a storm, like it does the trick either way.
Port in a storm. I love that phrase.
I think for me, like as long as you know what you're selling me and I know what I'm buying, like don't charge me $6 for a coffee and have it taste like shit or be burnt or anything like that. Mm-hmm. I said shit. My mum won't listen to this because I just said shit.
We can bleep it,
I guess. So, like if we're gonna be doing this kind of $6 for a cup of coffee thing that we're doing, like at least make it a good version of that. Like, don't burn it. Don't.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah.
So admittedly, my partner and I are pretty particular about the coffee that we drink, and
It's not
we
my favorite
actually we
It's
order
called a
coffee.
snob, Jake.
That's what I actually. Thank you. That's what I meant to say. I'm a snob.
Yeah.
And we order coffee from, admittedly, across the country, which is not great. But Brandon, in your neck of the woods, Cafe Mom, we order coffee from there because it's unrivaled. And anyone in your area needs to go and get some coffee there because it's real good. And
So much so, it's worth a carbon footprint of.
Okay, Jesus.
Didn't I get you a bag of it?
You did. You got me 2 bags of it.
Oh yeah.
Smuggler.
But it's really good. And one of the things that we get, so my partner doesn't drink full calf, and there's not a lot of like half calf availability for different roasters, and Cafe Mom does half calf of every one of their bean selections, and so we can like feel zesty and get a different roast, but we can just order it half calf and it comes just
You can
so.
do that? I always thought it was
Well,
like one or. Also, here's a dense
most places
question:
don't.
what makes it decaf? Do they just cook it all out?
They rinse it, don't they?
suck out the caffeine, I think.
I know a coffee
Eat bite,
roaster.
peach
He would
bean.
make a great guest.
Oh, we should get him in.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about coffee. What about I hazard this question, Mike? What about tea?
What about tea?
Right.
English breakfast through and through.
Breakfast. I mean,
PG tips? Are you
Builder's brew?
a proper, yeah, you want some proper builder's tea? You want Yorkshire Gold?
Proper cuppa.
Splash of milk. Done.
Oh, all right. Splash of milk.
Do you still honor like a tea time in the States? Do you consistently have one?
I wish, Matt. The job I had before I moved here was for a regional theatre in England. I was a resident director, and 4:00 every Friday afternoon we would stop for tea and cake. No lie, every single Friday,
Nice.
4 p.m.
No matter what was going on.
The entire
Yeah.
company would stop. We would all gather in the lobby, and we would all eat cake and drink tea. And it was
Awesome.
one of the best moments of the week. And I have been waiting to kind of bring that back to what I'm doing over here.
Yeah.
On set, alas, we didn't really have the time to stop at 4:00 just to drink tea. But
You might go head to head with your producer if you go go ahead and stop and do.
Once
I
a week.
love seeing like behind the scenes photos of English actors, especially like in the olden days, like in like full makeup, costume and everything, like drinking. Like there's one of Boris Karloff as the Frankenstein monster, like just like with a cigarette and tea, like taking a break between filming, and I don't know, it just looks really cool.
The good
Or
old days.
Roddy McDowell on that Planet of the Apes movies, like
oh
it was
yeah,
like in the
I
full
know which
ape
one you're
makeup.
talking
And,
Amazing.
in the very, very early days of Facebook, when it was just kind of wonderful and innocent and just like, oh, what is that person doing? And like all the rest of it. There was a group called A Cup of Tea Solves Everything. And it was such a kind of wonderful time to be on the internet. And like you could just join this group and like, here's a picture of like the mug of tea that I brewed today. And like, isn't it wonderful to drink tea? And that was it. There was no racism. There was no hatred. And
People had to like take the memory card out of their camera, put it into like up, and then choose to upload it to the group.
it was so nice.
Yeah.
There was none of this, drinking.
My wife is originally from Scotland, and we're actually taking our kids back to half of them are split between Norfolk and Edinburgh. And when we went over there the first time, I was like, in my head, I had it all built up that like, oh man, we're gonna have to pull over to the side of the road, and we're gonna have to. Not a single tea break that we had. We never got the.
it's not like a
biscuits.
call to prayer or something.
I thought for sure it was gonna happen. Nothing.
I would love a call to prayer about tea, though.
I think that's my mum. Sorry to mention my mum again, but she has a morning break, and she will. It's almost by the hour.
Listen,
in the middle
that's
of
great.
cities, there's just big like teapot whistles like that are going on.
Yeah, like all of the Flintstones. Like, oh, gotta go.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Careful. Yeah, make us a brew.
Okay, and so what about matcha? And Moy, I know we talked about this a little bit when you came through our house, but you're in your matcha phase. Tell us about matcha, because there's a whole like preparation and thing for it, right?
I mean, like I took a class. I took a matcha class where I didn't realize that like we'd be trying. We got to make our own matcha bowls, like clay, and then I got to learn more about matcha and sort of like how it was. The ceremonial grade is like it was like a way to send samurai off into war, and so like it was this very like revered process, not only to make the tea, but then also to like serve and have the tea. But also in this class, I didn't factor in. I limit caffeine pretty because I don't need uppers, and just in life, and forgot or just didn't compute that we would be trying like 5 different types of matcha, but we were like making a full, I guess what you call like a shot of matcha every time and like trying it different ways. But then I basically had like 5 glasses of matcha by the end of this class. I wasn't just like sipping it and then, getting rid of the rest. I was like having full matchas. So like Mike comes to pick me up from this class and I'm wired. And I'm like, oh my God, all the people in this class were amazing. We have to write a play about them. They're so great. And like, I didn't stop talking until Mike was like, I'm going to take you to a brewery and we're going to have some beers and we're going to calm you down. And
Get some downers in you.
Some downers, got to balance that out.
Then please tell me all your stories. But
it was wild. You were just like all over the place.
I was firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
I was like ready to write a play.
Mm-hmm.
I was ready to like.
Did you crash?
Did I?
No, because
so.
the matcha caffeine, it's a slower up.
Oh, that's right. And it's a slow down, right? It's a really
like
wide bell curve.
Yeah, I never felt like, like if I'm over caffeinated, I sometimes I'm like, oh, my heart's gonna explode. Cool.
Yeah.
But matcha was just like, I've got really good ideas and I'm moving fast.
Nice.
Have you guys tried any of the mushroom coffees, the like rise and all that?
I have not.
Did we not?
There was that Morning Lover coffee mushroom thing that we tried, but that was like more.
Go on.
It was. It was more like gut health based stuff, but I think it had some of it. But I haven't tried like the like Mud. I think is like one of the brands.
Yeah,
right?
Mud. Yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like more nootropic based.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law drinks this. It's like advertised as like a coffee alternative, but it's roasted and dried figs that is sort of brewed like a tea. And I've tasted it and it's okay, but it's I don't know.
Screams right through you faster than coffee too.
It's sort of halfway between a tea and a coffee.
It's like eating mercury. It just goes like straight through, like a bullet.
And you're healthy.
I
What
think
are some
one
of the top
things...
answers?
Oh yeah.
The top one here is once you've had really bad coffee, you'll know. See, coffee can be bad in a variety of ways. Brewed too long, not enough grounds, sitting on the hot plate for hours on end, poorly/improperly roasted or stored. All of those and more will create a bad cup of coffee, each with their own different tells. So that's a pretty succinct answer.
Even though one thing I have noticed between like beans is even though I've admitted I'm kind of a coffee creamer kind of guy, we still grind our beans every night for the next morning. But the one thing I have noticed, I don't know what it is, but like the more top tier like craft coffees, like all the beans seem really dry, and like the big bag we'll get from Costco, they just seem kind of damp and wet and sticky. I don't know what the difference is, but every time we've gotten like more artisanal stuff, it seems they seem dry.
I think that's partly to do with the oils, isn't it?
I think you're right.
There's oils in the beans that you want to kind of keep. I think you want them to be a bit glossy.
Yeah, and I think if you roast them, I think there's a roasting point where it expels oils more. So like there's like a big fashion for artisanal roasters to roast them light because you get more caffeine. They're more of your like breakfasty blendy sort of things. And you can, yeah, I mean, the lighter the color, usually the drier. And I find you need more beans to make a cup of coffee that tastes like that tastes like not watery coffee to me. And maybe that's probably bad because you would be putting more, like, the caffeine hasn't been like sucked out of them from the roasting process, and you're putting more in, so it's probably a recipe for disaster, certainly for you, boy. But yeah, I mean, when you like all of what is it, Starbucks is known for like heavily roasting most of their beans. Like even their light roasts are pretty well roasted, and all of their beans are a little bit on the oily side. So
the next answer here, speaking of Starbucks, is one tastes good and one tastes like Starbucks.
Oh, got him.
Oh yeah, your face.
Yeah, as long as your tongue finds it tastes good, then it is good, no matter what anyone else says. Same goes for any food. As for what the experts say what is good, use them only as reference to add dimension to your judgment.
Oh, I like that response.
Yeah. That is a nice response. My partner and I, we talk a lot about that with regard to wine. There was a period of time where we were like, ooh, yeah, we want to get into wine in New York. and come to find out, like, when you start, and this is probably true with food and everything that you consume, is that once you know how to distinguish the good from the bad or the quality from the less quality, then you start having to spend more money on the good quality stuff, and it's not cost effective. So like, if you're happy with $2 chuck, like why change?
That happens a lot in the beer community too, and it's super obnoxious, but it's at the end of the day, I kind of view it like music, right? You're arguing taste. So if it tastes good to you, like if you like Nickelback, you like Nickelback. Doesn't mean everybody doesn't like them. It's like, and if you like Andre Bocelli, that's great. Even though you don't know what he's saying, you like him. So it's, I don't know. I appreciate that person's response of like, if it tastes good to you, just use them as a reference point.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I think that is also something that comes with age as well. Just owning your decisions and owning your choices and owning your taste. And
as your taste buds are dying, as you get older,
they are also dying.
Yeah. Your taste changes.
Why'd you have to go there? That's actually our next question. What happens when you die?
That's usually where Jake takes us.
Yeah, I guess just like try everything, and then what you like is what you like, and that's that.
Whore around yourself with coffee.
Okay, that's a take.
Yeah, just try it all.
With coffee.
Yeah. There you go.
Let's go to the next one here. This one comes to us from the subreddit AITAH. I'm guessing, am I the asshole here?
Am I the asshole? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What does the H mean? Oh, AH, asshole. Okay. Okay, got it.
Asshole. Yeah.
They're
is asshole
separating
not the
out
same
into
word?
2 words.
I think asshole is one word, isn't it?
It is one word, but that's what the Reddit is. So the person who made it doesn't know how to spell.
What an idiot.
Anyway.
Or I put it in wrong.
No, it's right. Username FewDecision5576. They ask, am I the asshole for dumping my boyfriend over text? I, 20 female, broke up with my boyfriend, 24 male, over text. We have been together for 2 years. 2 weeks ago, he brought up the idea of children. We had never discussed this before, so I was able to express that I do not want to have a natural birth and would prefer adoption if we went the route of having kids together. Not to air out all my business, but due to medications I'm on, I would not be able to carry out a pregnancy unless I stopped taking them, which is not an option. He immediately got upset, saying he couldn't believe I waited to bring this up until now, even though we had never discussed children before. And he said he expected me to continue his bloodline and carry his child. He then told me that he did not believe in adoption because then the child isn't actually his. I am adopted. I got upset and told him to take me home. Later that night, once he got back to his house, he sent me a paragraph so long that I had to scroll to read it all. It was a play-by-play fantasy of how he expected my birth story to go, how he expected us to cry over the negative tests, celebrate the positives, cut the umbilical cord, etc. When I told him that I didn't think that things would work out anymore, he began saying he would be fine with adoption and that I was overreacting for being upset, that he would want his own biological child. I told him that I couldn't stay with him because I felt he would resent me if we did get married, choose to adopt, and have a life together. I don't know. Am I the asshole?
I'm going to talk about a paragraph.
Yeah, hot take. I think I'm glad we didn't say this one for half the show. My hot take is that she did the responsible thing by breaking up with this person via text, because that sounds like a dangerous individual. Anyone who says like, "Oh, I expected you to carry my bloodline," like, you got to get out of there. You call a friend, call a cab, get out of there.
Dating some rural Viking or something.
Like Mike and I are child free by choice, and I think one of my favorite lines when people ask, like, "Oh, we've been married 16 years," people are like, "Oh, you can have kids," is just to respond like, "My bloodline ends with me."
Nice. Yeah. See, boom.
See, that's a strong statement.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. Oof. That, because I also feel like I have
2 years is a long time.
About 2 years. I was like, oh, if they've been dating months, sure, but like 2 years is a long time to be dating someone and to break up by text. But also, it is surprising that it didn't come up until then. And then also, I feel like they're forgetting about like all the other paths to parenthood that there are, like surrogacy and like things that don't involve you carrying a child, but like
that's a good point.
Well, and she's only 20.
Oh yeah. So then
this whole question.
So then, if they've been dating 2 years, she was 18, and
she was 18.
Wait a second. This is not a math show.
Got a lot of developing to do.
Maybe an orange flag there.
Yeah.
Maybe not full red flag, but at least an orange.
flag.
I mean, it does sound like they maybe were on the same ground as far as raising a child together, but
it sounded like strong opinions of needing to have some sort of lineage.
I do think that I'm glad Mike brought up the age thing, because I definitely think we're qualified to answer this question. Being in our youth,
you got some maturing to do, sweetheart. It's fine.
Yeah. Have y'all ever broken up with anybody but via text? Was texting a thing when we were?
Yeah.
I just moved countries. That's how
Nice, my man.
That's how much you avoid conflict. Nope.
Just bury it down.
Keep calm and move across.
Keep calm and move on.
Just gonna order this work visa.
Burning my passport.
The text thing.
No, not via text.
No, I don't think so. I mean, am I just that old? Or
well, that's true. Did you write a handwritten letter and send it via post?
The Royal Mail.
It was like
The Royal Mail.
Etching it into the stone to send.
It's a stone tablet.
Send up a smoke signal.
You took them off of your top 8 on MySpace. That's how they knew.
You changed your title to like something ominous, like just seeking other opportunities.
Just song lyrics from like some emo band. Yeah.
Everybody hurts.
Is that the LinkedIn way of saying you're single? I sing.
Yeah. I'm open to other.
I mean, I think. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Look, I mean, could it have not been text? Probably. Like, did he deserve more than a text? Also, probably not. Like, I don't know. Like 24. What do you know at 24?
I know. I'm trying to think of good decisions I made at 20 or 24, and I'm like,
I guess I got married.
We were already
I mean,
married when I turned 24, so yeah.
You were married.
Yeah.
Were you really?
Yeah, I was 23 when we got married.
Mike,
think
she
I
had
was
no
coming off of,
idea.
like-
She had no idea what she was getting into.
Look at this.
When did Jake and Matt? You guys got married in your 20s, right?
I got married when I was No, I had Oscar.
I was
when
27.
I was 30.
27?
20. Yeah, it must have been because I was 29.
Yeah, I was 27.
You were 27, yeah.
Yeah. I just
Sorry.
27.
But I mean, 24, like not that many years before. I mean, we were still coming off of like having parties in St. John's where we would fall asleep on our front lawn. So, you know, there, you do some maturing between those years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so in previous episodes we've talked about this a lot, Mike and Moy, but for actually we might have talked about this a couple weeks ago or last week when you came by, but everything seems to be 10 years ago. We've just been sort of like blanket saying like, oh, that was, you know, give or take 10 years ago, and it's like 25 years ago that something occurred. But yeah, I mean, I feel like the maturing that happens between 20 and 40 now, like even in my 30s, I was thinking about some decisions that I was making that I was like, why? Like where was the sense in that? Like you were a full ass adult doing that, you know?
But in this specific example, though, I think it could be one of those, look, you were with somebody for a period of time at length, and everybody in life, I feel, has one of those hard breakups, and maybe that's just what they need to kickstart themselves in that direction of like, oh, the one that got away, or the one that really hurt me, or the one that made me change for the better. So take this and make it a positive.
Yeah.
That's a good take on that.
Yeah, the one that makes you think about things either for the first time or anew. And like, you know, when you're 18, 19, 20, like, are you thinking about kids in that specific way, or like in that kind of realistic way? Like, I don't know. I don't know. But now I guess she is thinking about this now, and she's made the choice to dump
Yeah,
this.
but you should also travel. Like, go to Thailand before you have kids. Like, do that whole thing once, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I go to Thailand.
Use it for the better, or get really unhinged. Like, try meth for the first time. I don't know. You pick your own adventure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, good coffee and meth. I mean, that's
Listen, what else does one need, you know?
Yeah.
Are
I
there
mean,
any-
I don't.
any
Also,
good
I
responses?
kind of wonder. I mean, there. She's asking about, you know, if she's an asshole for dumping him via text, and I mean, I don't know. That's like if he wrote, you know, paragraphs about what he saw as their future or whatever, rather than saying that in person, then I would say it's probably appropriate.
And also, I think as someone who's like, getting a download of someone else's expectations that feels like shocking is also as someone who like has dealt with how I approach my own expectations about things and situations. I think it's great that he showed who he was, but also it's like cool. Like if this is how you want to continue the conversation, then probably
That's a really interesting point. Yeah.
because it's like what else is in there that you think is going to happen?
I mean, is there also a thing like I don't know how people of that generation communicate? Like, is text the way that we're talking about stuff? Like,
What are those kids doing?
That's exactly where I was going to go, because like we don't know. Like they probably met on a Tinder or something, right? I'm going to say there's a good chance that if their current day's age, that they met on a virtual platform anyway. So is that the expectation? Like they didn't. I'm assuming they didn't meet by walking up to somebody at a bar because she's 18. Be like, can I buy you a drink? Like, does that exist?
Yeah,
anymore?
but that's not. Yeah, I don't think that really. I don't know that really exists anymore. Because it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't really make sense. You know, Matt, you've got kids the same age as my kids, and they're already so connected in ways that we didn't even. We didn't even have. There's I reference this to a colleague of mine, but there's a video going around the internet of someone, this Gen Z guy being like, so you drank out of hoses, like why was there not a sink? And like a millennial's basically like, I don't know, like we weren't allowed back inside until dinner, so like that was where we got our water. And I just identified with that a lot. I was like, yeah, that happened to me. But I think life is just like electronics and the internet. I'm sounding old as fuck right now, but it's just changed so like fundamentally so much of how we
kids and their
interact.
websites and
yeah. I don't know. It is pretty wild. And like with the boys, it's crazy how connected they are. Oscar was doing a project at school, like a school project, and he had the wherewithal to like save something to a cloud service to be able to access it from school, like totally on his own. And I was like, fuck yeah, good job, bud. That was really good thinking. But also like, it's just an understanding of connectivity that was not even fathomable, at least at my age.
Yeah, we were like, I need to remember this folder to put it in my backpack so I have it.
100%. 100%.
Wednesday's Green Folder Day.
Yeah, right.
But that's how you back stuff up. It's a 3-2-1 rule. 3 places, 2 locations, 1 in the cloud. I mean, that's how. Sorry, I'm going to edit right now, and like this book is just very valuable to me.
Yeah, I bet.
3-2-1. I don't know. Like this, this film, we worked with a lot of kind of recent graduates.
Like college graduates?
Yeah, so kind of 22, 23.
Okay.
Around that, so Gen Z, if you will. I mean, I don't know. It's my first experience, I think, kind of working this long, like in this kind of relationship, and there are touch points that are fundamentally different, just kind of, with our generations, which was very interesting, and just the way of communication is different, and you quickly have to figure out the best way to communicate, the best like. How do I best get your attention? Like, do I need to send an email or can I text you? Because you're going to respond to one quicker, and I need the answer. Yeah. And one feels more, appropriate or whatever.
Yeah.
How were electronics on set?
How are what, sir?
Electronics on set, like phones and stuff. Did everyone have like pretty good etiquette, or?
Yeah, I mean, I did see a lot of people in between takes. Like, if they'd done their thing, it would be straight head down in the phone. Which, I've been.
But that was across everyone. Yeah.
It was across everyone. I mean, I've been doing this long enough where like that was not always the case.
Right.
And so I do wonder.
I guess they also like the people that you're working with, certainly on the talent side, have sort of. What is that called? Like a social media presence to maintain, which is important, and like a professional life to sort of maintain, which means interacting with your phone a lot. But yeah, I mean, I certainly find myself doing that as like a modern twiddling thumbs of just like, popping my phone open and looking at whatever app is at my thumb. And it's just, I don't like it so much, but I do it anyway.
Jake's given up on his personal brand maintenance.
Accurate. Hard give up. Anyway.
Well, I think we've decided kids have no interpersonal skills. Talk to each other like real people. Be a man or a woman. And
okay.
Be a person. Be a person.
Be a person.
Own it.
Is the consensus?
What's that?
Is there a consensus on? Are they an asshole?
Oh yeah. It's What's mainly that they're not the asshole. This person says sounds like the right call, not the asshole. This other person says wants to continue his bloodline. What is he, landed gentry? Kids today are really out of pocket. So dumb. You did yourself a favor. Trust. Your health is more important than his ability to pass down an old Honda Civic and his Roblox account. Thanks for the award. Okay.
God damn.
This sounds like it's written by people that'd be like, yeah, you're so cunty.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I don't know if you've heard that episode, Mike and Moy, but there was an episode a while ago where that word is apparently coming back, but it's being taken back for positivity,
Oh, it's
Yes.
back.
Which-
And look,
which was news to us.
to be fair, the word never left for me. However, I
Well, that's not fair. You're
I
cheating.
have used it less in my life since moving here. But no, I mean, as a phrase, yeah, it's very much back and like serving.
Well, there was the Eurovision song.
The Eurovision Song Contest this year from Armenia, I think. Or from
Did you all
somewhere.
cover this?
No.
Oh, we'll send you this afterwards. But there's a song. There's a word in the native language. Was it? It wasn't Armenia. It was somewhere. But Kant
Kant.
is to be, you know, fierce and elaborate and like whatever it means in that language. So
Nice.
they wrote this song called "Serving Kant." And the Eurovision committee got somewhat irked by this, and the BBC
Yeah.
positively swooned the lyric here because of how it sounded.
Look up the music video. It's
Oh my
iconic,
gosh.
amazing.
Yes.
The song is a bop.
It's a bop.
Like
It's
would
an
have been my
absolute-
choice for Eurovision this year, but you know, it would, yeah,
Absolute bop.
top for me.
Serving.
That's awesome.
Or last year, I guess technically last year.
I guess last year.
Yeah.
This year's gonna be.
Hi-
better.
Now I'm trying to remember. So you saying Mike, you talking about the use of that word. I have vague memories of us at what was your pub underneath the train?
Oh, dailies.
Dailies. We were at Dailies and someone was trying to use the said word and they were like and you're like, no, it doesn't have to be nearly that harsh. And he's and you said it and you made it sound so sort of like casual and like unassuming. And the person, I forget who it was, and I probably shouldn't out them anyway, but they're like, let me try it again. And it was just like such a hard C, and it was so offensive when they said it. When you said it, it's like, no, you're not. No, it's not like that. It's much more. It's much just like throw it away. That comes
He's
to
always
mind.
directing. He's always directing.
I'm a director. Look, you can. It's a very. Here's the thing. I think when. Look, should we be using the word? But when the word is appropriate, no other word is appropriate like that.
I will
Correct.
concede
If
that
you're
point.
using it correctly, don't throw it around, you know,
Right.
in that kind of way. Like,
Yeah.
but
That's
when-
almost where I'm at with my oldest kid. Is like, if no other words fit, like in this house, you can. My brother goes one step further, and he allows my niece to do one bird a day. When you're that frustrated, you can do the one bird a day. I was like, my man.
and like,
But
with the,
I agree with you. When there's nothing else,
and let's talk about language, and let's talk about the
Yeah.
specificity of language, and use your words, and be like, why did you choose that word? It's like, well, you're acting like a cunt. I mean, it's like you have
Yeah.
to say, I don't know. It's
100%. I agree. That's great.
but
the first time
What?
first time my oldest swore, he was like, I don't know. First of all, don't know where he got it, but he was maybe 3, and he was on our bed, and he was sort of like scooching off and sliding off our bed, and he like wasn't expecting to slide so early, so he slid and he like fell, and he like caught himself, or he like landed on the ground. He goes, "Shit," and I was like. That was well used. You didn't expect that to happen, but really, please don't say that. But it was like, I couldn't argue with the use. I was like, you did it right. That's, yeah.
I like the one bird a day as well. That's
Yeah, one bird a day is good.
It's like the PG
one bird a day.
film thing. It's like you get one F-bomb
Yeah.
and maintain your PG-13 racing. And so
Yeah,
you-
exactly. Yeah. One F bomb.
Be judicious in the use. Yeah.
Is your film going to be a PG-13 film?
This turns out it's the apocalypse we think should be,
Yeah, I think you're right.
based on
Hard R.
contents that we've seen.
How does that? Do you have to submit it to the MPAA and
So
for rating?
if you want to get the formal official racing, you have to submit it and pay the fee and all that kind of stuff. If you want to release just a kind of an unrated thing, you can kind of do what you want. I mean, a lot of festivals might ask for, guidance as far as content is concerned, and racing or whatever.
Yeah, they have their sort of labels that they put on you.
This one's family friendly. This one's not. This one.
And Through the Portal We Go has a couple of F-bombs in it, but that's it. There's no other sensitive content.
No, and we had a good conversation around.
We did.
The F-bombs.
Yeah. And one of the first one that's in and Through the Portal We Go, it's a solid laugh when it happens. Like every time.
Nice.
And I'm like, you were right, Mike. It needed to be that word.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
What do we think?
What do we think? Is that an episode?
I think so.
We did good.
Let's wrap it.
I feel confident.
So, Mike and Moy, do you have?
Lots of listeners.
Do you want to give us the names of your movies and where we can watch them, or where we will be able to watch them?
Yes. So across all platforms, we are at Evening Squire. That's our production company. Our feature films we have at and Through the Portal We Go. Was our first feature film. And then for our latest feature, Turns Out It's the Apocalypse, we think we are at Turns Out Movie on all platforms. And also turnsoutmovie.com, which we just acquired today that you will be populating soon.
Yeah, we'll put something on there.
With,
Nice.
With some stuff. So there'll be behind the scenes, sneak peeks and tidbits.
But yeah, thanks for having us on. This has been
Oh my gosh.
Y'all are the best.
Thanks for
Thank
taking
you.
the time.
All
I know
right.
it's late and all that.
Yeah,
So
thank
just
you for joining us.
Your first movie, Through the Portal, that's coming out to streaming platforms soon, or you can't get it now?
That will be coming out streaming very, very
The
soon.
next couple of months, yeah.
Yeah, next few months.
Like a video on demand situation, or
Yeah, so there'll be a VOD thing with that. There'll be, depending on the platform, we're still ironing out the details of all of that. But we'll keep you all posted.
Excellent.
Sure.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to hearing more. And congratulations again on completing the filming of your second feature. That's super, super exciting.
Thank
well
you.
done.
Thanks, all. Yeah.
All right, Brandon, bring us out.
all right. Well, thank you both for your time, Mike and Moy, and thank you all for listening, and thank you to our loyal patrons for supporting the show. If you haven't already, head over to Patreon at patreon.com/qualified nonsense to show your support and catch some exclusive content, including our new show, Qualified Nonsense After Dark. Watch us over on YouTube at youtube.com/@qualifiednonsense. Also, feel free to send any questions or comments to qualifiednonsense@gmail.com or hit us up on our socials or on Discord found in the episode description. After you've done all that, please also rate, review, share, like, and subscribe on your podcast app of choice. And we'll see you back here next week for another brand new episode of Qualified Nonsense.
Bye-bye, y'all.
Bye.